I am super excited for our guest today. I am thrilled to introduce Dr. Sabrina Piergrossi. She is a powerful quantum healer and New Earth visionary. We are diving into her signature modality today, the New Earth Alchemy. I have been following Sabrina and noticing just the powerful medicine that she is bringing to the earth right now. And I am delighted to bring that to you today. So,
Yay.
this is going to give you a taste of what to expect during the New Earth Ascension Summit 2025. Embodied Leadership for the Galactic Age. Sabrina is going to be one of our speakers. So before we get started, Sabrina, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited to be here and I'm really excited for the summit and for what will unfold. Today's a sneak peek and really excited for the big thing. So I am a psychologist. So I originally was working in mental health and then I trained in energy modalities and I was always interested in the mind body approach even before I trained as a psychologist. So I was always trying to integrate these different worlds. My PhD was actually all about how to integrate mindfulness and meditation before it became a trendy thing. So I tend to be interested in things before they kind of explode, and then I'm moving on to the next thing. So yeah, I worked many years in mental health, and I started my own practice, and now I work online mainly, and more working with New Earth leaders and New Earth pioneers and New Earth visionaries and New Earth businesses because I really want them to thrive. And it's very connected to the topic that you're going to bring up in a second, because I'm here for the new earth. I knew this from when I was a little girl. I didn't call it the new earth, but I knew I was here to bring in a completely new reality for humanity. And so for me, I very much feel like I'm come from the future, which sounds maybe a little bit weird, but probably not to your audience. And the New Earth Alchemy was born as a result of all these years of integrating many different modalities, many different healing modalities, and finding my own imprint. And I realized that the New Earth channels through me. The New Earth is a frequency, it's an energy, it's already here. And the more each of us clears the blocks to embodying that have been there for eons, keeping us in this limitation, lack mentality where we have forgotten who we really are. The more we clear all that, we can then actually make space in our fields, in our grids to like anchor in and ground in this new earth reality. So I'm passionate about that. And I realize that for that to actually happen at the structural 3D level in our society, we need businesses to be operating from that place. So anyone who identifies as a new earth business that's here to do things differently at a in a way that brings prosperity to all, including the business itself, I'm all here to help them in the most easeful, efficient, quick way we can, because I think that's how we're going to change the world right now.
Absolutely. We are so aligned. This is exactly what I've been receiving as well. In fact, through a vision in a dream one night, that was a message that I had received was that the new earth is not something we're creating. It's not a future thing. It's not out there somewhere. It is as each one of us embodies that. And
Yeah.
so that was a key theme that we are bringing into the New Earth Ascension Summit, embodied leadership for the Galactic Age. We are doing that. And so I absolutely love what you are doing. I love your vision. And yes, my audience totally gets that you're from the future because I think we all are. That's why we came here.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
We're
And there is
from the
no time.
past with perhaps past lives of
Yeah,
mastery,
back to, yeah.
and then we are here from the future because we know where we're going and we are creating this together.
Yeah.
So tell me how your modality is different from other healing
Mm.
approaches out there. I love how you talked about you had so many different modalities and then you integrated that into your own. So please share with us how yours is different.
Yeah, so absolutely. It's an integration of so many different multidimensional levels of reality and healing. I particularly like to work with the grids in a very particular way. The idea is that everything has a grid, a relationship has a grid, a business has a grid, our past identity has a grid. And it's more like it's like an energetic structure. So the way I work is I can tune in and see what the health of that particular grid is of what you're trying to create. So if somebody comes to me and says, I'm trying to manifest this thing in my life, in my business, and what I'm trying to create in my relationships, whatever it is, in my health. By the way, I yawn. I can feel a yawn about to come, and I just want to say that when
Okay.
that
We're
happens, it's
here
my body.
for it. We're
Yeah,
here for it. We are moving energy. My audience is
exactly.
also used to
Thank
moving
you.
a lot of energy. I always
Thank you.
encourage them. Have a water bottle on hand. We're
Yes,
doing that. All right.
that's
We're
true.
already creating the shifts
We're
now.
creating as we're speaking. So
Absolutely. Bring
I'm
me the
passionate.
codes.
With my modality, I basically wanted to work on all the possible levels because what I've seen out there is a lot of approaches are working with one particular piece of the puzzle. And I've wanted to see how can we bring all the pieces together? How can we bring the human, the psyche, the unconscious? Because we also have a nervous system, we have a body, we have a brain. How do we manage that? With also the energetic grids that are holding certain realities in place. Because when you just work on the mindset level or even the energy clearing level, if you haven't changed what's happening at the grid level, that's just going to recreate the same reality all over again, which I think is why we go into endless loops of healing over and over and over again. And so I kind of wanted to transcend all that and also clear the loops of addiction to healing, even an addiction to suffering
Sure.
or addiction to having to work on stuff because parts of our shadow come in there where they kind of feel like, if I don't have something to work on, what's the point? If I'm fully healed and complete, what's the point? I think that's one of the things that's been blocking us from landing the new earth is actually something along those lines. I work with all the different distortions and errant codes that have been distorted in the grids and what I call the false grids that aren't actually organic source blueprint grids, that they can be seen either as things that have put in place to stop us from evolving and or created by trauma and by suffering in these endless loops.
Yeah.
They create then structures that come in place that literally block us from our full connection, whether it's to source, whether it's to our galactic connections and
Mhm.
our other aspects of ourselves on other planets that can help us now. I get a yawn, that's my body, yes. So the earth is literally encased in these grids. And the more each of us clear our own false grids that are tapping us, we're kind of unblocking bit by bit the grid of the planet. So you're getting a yawn as well.
Yep.
So my modality incorporates that level of things that I'm talking about with talking to your human, talking to your unconscious, helping all parts of you feel safe to actually do what I'm talking about. Because our parts have been feeling unsafe for so
Mhm.
long and it taps deep into our DNA. It's not just a psychological thing, it's literally imprinted in us. So that's my attempt with my modality is as best as I can is to address this multiple levels, psychological, DNA, energetic, grid, mental, and collective, because what's happening on the collective then impacts us as well. And what's happening here impacts the collective because there's no separation, obviously. And with the modality, I'm often what I'm doing when I'm tuning in with the person is the activations I'm running connected to source adapt in real time to that person's energy and soul and what I call their actual future self, which is actually, it's not out there. Like you said, it's already here. But
Right.
the idea is that their future self has already the solution to their issue now. And the new earth, which is our collective future self, is being channeled through this modality now. So there's technologies from the future that are coming in now. And each person has a particular technology in their field that they don't know about yet. So the work activates it for them. Does that make sense?
I love it. Yes, it does. So as you were talking about these grids and the way that you described it so beautifully, I'm seeing it like a blueprint because that's kind of what the DNA is. It's
Yeah.
the underlying structure to everything else. And
Yeah.
so yes, I can absolutely see that and I love that you are bringing this. I also love how you said that and this goes along with my personal philosophy as well and my vision of New Earth leadership. You talk about how every person has their, I call it genius technology. Yes, yes, yes. And so I love that you are here to activate everybody to their individual gift, genius, technology technology that they are here to bring forth. And this is my understanding of New Earth leadership, is that we have had hierarchical leadership. The masculine patriarchal system is very hierarchical. This feminine way of leading is activating everyone to their leadership and giving everyone a seat at the table because, like you said, we need all the pieces
Yes.
of the puzzle. Yeah.
Yes, we need each other. Yes, we activate each other. We activate each other in a conversation like this. People
Yes.
watching get activated, but also activate us from the future when they watch it, and we're receiving it now. Like,
Yes.
absolutely.
This is what we're doing. Okay, so I have the chills, which is my way of letting me know that things are landing. Also, I'm highly empathic, and so this is also telling me that our audience, it's landing for our audience as well. So I love that you have done this, and I know there must be a reason why you took this path. So would you mind sharing with my audience what is your why and your mission in doing this? And we've touched on it a little bit. I mean, we're getting a view of who you are. Yeah, we feel that. Also, if you would like to share a little bit more.
So I can give you my personal why in terms of how it's impacted my personal life, and then I can also give you my global why because
Yeah.
they're both very important. So on a personal level, in this particular format of Sabrina in this lifetime, I was always driven to want to be well, to want to be healthy, to want to be in my full potential and vitality because I got sick when I was very young. So at 17, my body fell apart. I literally couldn't even walk. It was a real abrupt standstill in my life. And I then understood it to be my first shamanic initiation. And I've had several in my life. When I then trained as a shaman, I made sense of it in that framework. And so, in a way, I can say I've been blessed by these events because they forced me to not just do business as usual, right? And just to do
Right.
whatever life I thought I should do. Not that I was ever going to do that, let's face it. But so I've always been interested in myself. It's like, how can I be at my best? How can I feel amazing in my body? How can I thrive? And that means in my health, in my abundance, in my opportunities. How can I manifest my dream reality? How can I have the dream relationships I want to have in my life? So that's always kind of what's driven me. And I feel like I'm unlocking the codes as I go. I feel like so much has changed in my life in terms of the relationships in my life and the incredible beauty and abundance in the work that I do and the people that come into my life and the impact I'm having and my body, the huge transformation I've been through. So that's what drove me from a selfish level, which of course is crucial. We all need that selfish desire because that's the piece of the puzzle that unites us. The big why is I don't want to thrive on my own on this planet. I want us all to thrive. If everyone's not thriving out there, what's the point? At the same time, I'm not doing wounded healer anymore and I'm not self sacrificing anymore. So I'm not making myself sick if others aren't well. And I had to work on that one. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying it from that place, but I'm saying it from the place of actually, if I tune into like my dream reality is one in which we all win. We're all in our genius. We're all playing our part joyfully and we all feel bloody amazing and are the best version of ourselves we can be. So I don't have small goals in life. And that for me is the new earth. So why do I want the new earth? Because it's a much nicer place to live for all of us. I don't want to be caught in the patriarchal distortions of competition and it's me versus them and all that stuff. That's not fun. What's the point of manifesting abundance if it's at a cost to the planet? If we're polluting the planet, if we're destroying the planet, that makes no sense to me. So I guess that's my why.
I love it. And that absolutely resonates with me. I know that I have several people in my audience with chronic illness. I
Mhm.
experienced it myself. I know for me it was an initiation as well because it was what led me to discover energy healing, healing myself both physically and emotionally, spiritually, all the things. So I love that you mentioned that it's an initiation because I think that, well, I know from personal experience and I know others in the healing community, religion definitely does this, but also we carry it with us sometimes in the energy healing realm. And that's like, if I haven't healed yet, what's wrong with me? Right? If my body is still experiencing chronic illness, then I must not be doing this energy healing thing right. And before, when I was in religion, it was like I didn't have enough faith. I wasn't praying hard enough, you know? So it's like, there's something wrong with me. So reframing this as an initiation and being given a glimpse into doing life differently than the patriarchal hustle and grind.
100%.
Wow, that feels good. That feels good. And then your mission, like, I want everyone to thrive too, right? We want community. We want to be in it together.
Yeah.
So,
I
yes,
don't want to be
yes.
alone at the top of a mountain in my golden mansion while everyone else is like dying.
I
That's the old
do.
capitalistic model, which is not working on this planet.
Right, right, right. So good, so good. And I'm in complete agreement. And this is where we're going to be going with the experiential part of this today, which I think we'll go ahead and move into because this is such a
Do it.
good segue. This is fabulous for our audience today, and especially for me, because Sabrina is going to demonstrate her modality, the new Earth Alchemy. She's going to demonstrate that on me today. And I'm going to invite whoever this resonates with to receive this as well because it's going to be powerful. This is something that has been coming into my awareness lately, and that is that money is made sacred when it flows through sacred hands. That new earth leaders and spiritual businesses, that we need to be the container for wealth, that this is the shift in paradigm that needs to happen for the creation of the new earth. And because we have been in a patriarchal system for so long, millennia, women in particular have had this power to hold wealth deeply repressed in them.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it as with my separation and divorce, and suddenly I was responsible for my livelihood. I felt the restrictions. I felt that very, very deeply. And so when Sabrina offered to do a demonstration, I'm like, yes, let's remove those patriarchal restraints so that we can have a wealthy woman revolution, right? I'm getting the full body chills again. Yeah, yeah. Ladies and men in your feminine.
Yes, absolutely. Because the man's feminine has been thwarted and they're suffering for that.
So let's make money sacred again.
To make
Do
it
it.
safe to make
Yeah,
money safe again. If I have
please.
your consent, do I have your consent to tune into your energy field and run energy as appropriate?
Yes, and thank you for consent. That's always huge. So thank you for asking, and absolutely. And for
Thank you.
those watching who would like to receive, I invite you to give your consent to receive this in a way that is best for you as well.
Love it. And I'm going to set the intention right now. I'm going to set sacred space. I'm going to do a real quick intention right now because of
Okay.
the time we're in, so that we're in a sacred, protected space, completely connected to source, and only what is of the true light of source is allowed in this space. And so everything that will unfold, only what's in the highest good is what we're asking for Shelley and for me and for everyone watching that resonates, that wants to receive. The healing will adapt itself to the person receiving so that each person can digest it in whatever way is available to their systems at this time so that it's manageable and sustainable for each of us. I would like to muscle test a statement. Could you say the statement? And the way I'm thinking of this right now is I feel like you're offering yourself, Shelley, really generously, but it's almost like you're a proxy to whoever needs this today, if that makes sense. So if you're
It
happy to
does.
see it that way, we're going to muscle test the statement and it's going to be relevant for everyone watching this. Are you happy with this to go with that?
Yes,
So can
yes.
you say the statement? It is safe for money to be sacred.
It is safe for money to be sacred.
So I get a no when I ask that, and I wonder what you're noticing when you say that.
Yeah, so you're yawning and I'm crying, and that means we're doing it. Yeah, on a deep soul level for myself personally, for my personal ancestry, for past lives. I just felt the weight of that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. And just notice that in your body. Let's bring it fully into the field so that we can actually work with it. So thank you for holding the emotion right now. And just breathe with that. Let whatever's coming up come and tell me if anything doesn't feel safe at any point of this process. And I'm going to start tuning into the grid of that, everything you've just said and what that's touched into. So I immediately feel a switching in the field. So I'm going to run the New Earth Alchemy Clearing Activation Protocol to start transforming and shedding and alchemizing what is inherent in that right now. Everything that's stored there ancestrally in the DNA, collectively, past life, all aspects of you and all of us where this has not been safe. Maybe there's been a covenant not to allow this. It's an oath, a vow of some kind. I can feel it in my heart. Deep pain. Please interrupt me, by the way. I'm just channeling as I go, but
Mhm.
please share anything that's coming up sensations, emotions, thoughts,
Yeah,
images.
some religious trauma coming up when you talked about the vows. And for me, yeah, in the LDS church, the Mormon church, there was a vow to consecrate everything to the church. Your time, your energy, your money, everything was a vow to consecrate it to the church.
I can feel that. Oof, that's strong. Oh,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
uh-huh,
Thank you. Thank you.
uh-huh.
Thank you. So thank you for the aspect of Shelley that did that at the time. It was what made sense. Feel ready, at least consciously, to fully close that chapter and that oath and that contract and completely disconnect. If there's any parts that are scared to do that for whatever reason, consciously or unconsciously, let's bring them into the field. Source one, the True Sovereignty Clearing Activation Protocol. So this is
Mm.
going to clear any interferences. This can include entities or any other energies that are vibrationally not supporting this.
There's some fear energy coming up with that around the punitive God being
Okay.
cast out, not receiving, not getting into heaven, not getting into the celestial kingdom for the Mormon religion. It's this very punitive connection to my trauma when I was a child. There was punishment energy. I won't go into that.
I got
But I'm inviting other people and their punitive trauma. We can all release that. It's very related, I'm feeling.
Thank you so much for sharing this right now. Really, really appreciate you. Makes total sense what you're saying. And I'm also connecting with the patriarchal systems you were mentioning at the beginning.
Yep.
It's all different fractals of the same energy. So, source, let's go to the root of this fractal. Let's go to the root of the false grid running this and any overtangled grids that are running this. At any points, hooks, cords that were hooked into there, also through our etheric DNA field on the True Sovereignty Clearing Activation Protocol. I'm working with every single part of this conscious, unconscious, visible, invisible, hidden, suppressed, trauma imprints, giving 100% energetic boundaries for all parts of Shelley with this and all parts of everyone watching this so that we can feel safe as we're shedding the layers of trauma. The imprints that were imprinted in us and in our family fields and relationships, clearing the relationship grids that are involved here, both at the childhood level, but at the ancestral level and the collective. I'm going to run the Healing Temple Vortex now. This is a technology from the future, and when it runs, it adapts to you and your particular energy, and of course, those watching us. It's going to bring through your gifts from the future, so to speak, coming in now to help heal this and transform this into the gold, into the gifts that this is for you and for us. The gold of this new paradigm of money, sacred money, clearing and healing all the aspects that have not felt safe to allow this. Clearing the grid if you give me permission, Shelley, give clearing the grid of your business as it relates to this, so that it too can allow money through in this manner in wealth.
Yes, please. And inviting all New Earth leaders with a spiritual business to receive this because this is necessary. It is necessary for these businesses to be sacred containers for money.
Awareness
Yes.
for money to feel safe in its sacredness, to be the channel for all this that we're bringing through from this new earth reality. And for, okay, source from the true sovereignty clearing. There's some interference here. Okay, so any distortions, I'm hearing distortions around love. Interesting.
That
Something
makes
about,
sense.
tell me
That,
more. What does it make
yeah,
sense to you?
no, that makes sense because we have to earn love,
Yeah.
right? It's like we have to earn money and we have to earn love, and both of those are withheld from us. And also going back to the patriarchal system, like love just recently came into the picture, but yeah, so definitely love is tied to you have to earn that love. So
You have to
that's
earn that
what's
love.
coming through for me.
Yeah. And as women, we were owned, so to speak, through
Hmm.
money, earned our relationships, our marriages, the contract of money that would literally change hands between families. So it's like we were part of this being a pawn, not exactly a positive association for our nervous systems. Those of us who are now wanting to live a life where we live our own truth and our own authentic purpose and energy, right? So let's unhook those aspects from money. I love. Oh, this feels like it's
Yeah.
gonna go really deep. I'm
My
feeling
thought is, what if money is love? And what if love is money? And what if it's one and the same thing? And what if
so
love is
sad.
sacred and money is sacred? And what if it's all sacred?
So I feel when you say those words, you're literally calling in the new earth grid for this right now. So we've been
Okay.
clearing old grids that were distorted, and now you're seeing the truth underneath that was there all along. We don't have to go anywhere for the grids. They're there. They just were obfuscated, veiled by these other false grids. So as we shed those old layers of the onion, connect into this truth that you've just said, and we're going to ask Source to fully download and anchor it in through your body, our bodies now, this new earth grid of sacred love. Money and everything is that. Nothing is but that. I don't know if that makes any sense in English. There is nothing but that. So asking the whole field to help all parts of our nervous systems feel safe to actually be this, hold this, embody this, clearing any allergies to this in our bodies and our immune systems, running the high frequency allergy clearing, so that we don't create any kind of autoimmune response to this, which is, I think, part of what's created a lot of autoimmune conditions up until now, this kind of battle to hold it. Downloading safety. What are you noticing happening right now in your body or energy?
I'm feeling peace. I'm feeling a relaxation that is coming in. When we talked about love is money, money is love, it's all one and the same, and you were revealing that it was this feeling of, oh, I missed you. Oh, I've missed you. It's been so long and I've missed you.
Oh, I just want
And
to
now
cry.
we're reunited, right? So I felt that coming up, and then I feel this peace settling into my body.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Breathing. Breathing with all of this. Letting the whole system integrate and digest. I'm going to run the recalibration activation, upgrade with ease activation, safe to be in my power activation, the high frequency allergy clearing again, just to help the whole system integrate. Feel safe to do so and digest this with ease. And I'm seeing that this work is also helping make the summit a success, sort of sending out the tendrils to everyone that needs to hear about it and connect with it and create a real safety around it so we can do our sacred work and be safe and sovereign as we do that.
Thank you.
Does that feel complete for now, for what we need for right now? Does that feel safe?
It does. I want to claim that for myself in my feminine and my audience is familiar with this, and I invite you to say this out loud yourselves as well. I receive, I receive, I receive.
Oh, that's beautiful. I
Yeah.
receive, I receive, I receive.
Right? It's so feminine, and that's what this clearing was all about, is coming into that divine feminine and being able to receive, and the power of holding wealth through sacred containers and flowing wealth as well, right? It's like we're not
Yeah.
doing the old paradigm of hoarding. Thank you, Sabrina. For our audience, if you've been to my summits before in past years, then you know this is my intention. It isn't to have talking heads share things with you, although you will get insights and really good information. It's about the experience where you come away fully transformed in exactly the way that is right for you. So, to
Before
my
we finish,
audience,
I just want to muscle test the statement again because
oh,
that was
yes, 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 please, yes.
it's safe for money to be sacred. Can you try saying that?
It is safe for money to be sacred.
How does that feel now when you say it?
It felt like a duh. Okay. It's like, hell yes, it is. Hello, it always has been.
Feel it in your voice.
And
Yeah, nice. Great.
yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah, no, I'm feeling that very, very much so. So, absolutely, yes.
Great.
Everybody receive.
Good. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, so for all of you watching, if and I'm just going to speak to the higher selves of anyone not watching as well. Okay, because we just sent this out into the entire universe. So if you're feeling the frequency, please be sure to grab your free ticket to the New Earth Ascension Summit. Today is the first day that we are announcing it. The summit is going to happen May 5th through 9th in just 1 month, and you will get access to powerful sessions just like this one. I invite you all to grab your ticket right away. We will see you inside the portal. And
Thank
audience, once again, please shower Sabrina with love. Give her your love and your gratitude for being the conduit, for being the portal for this, for being the channel for this transformation. Sabrina, I love you, and I thank you for doing this for us. And I'm feeling Mother Gaia here. I'm feeling Lilith. I'm feeling Kali. I'm feeling Durga. I'm feeling the divine, the powerful divine feminine, that they are here for revolution, and I'm feeling their gratitude for you, Sabrina.
Thank you so much for that. That's really beautiful. I'm really touched.
You're welcome.
I receive, I receive, I receive. I'm feeling the receiving of everything we've just done today. When I channel, I receive a millionfold. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to your audience. Thank you for the summit. Can't wait for it. I'll post the link imminently below this. And thank you again.
Wonderful. What a great way to start our week, everybody. Now go out and be powerful. Thank you so much for joining.
Come back and let us know what happens after being powerful. Like, give us feedback.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I want to hear, how has life changed for you? Absolutely. I totally love that we did this before the summit even starts, right? It's like good stuff happening.
Yeah.
All
Thank you so
right.
much.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a great week, and we will see you soon.
Great. Bye.
Here we go. I think we stop.